Luana, who do I have with me?
Luana Baughman, how are you?
Baughman, fantastic. Thank
Also,
you so much.
also known as Nana Lulu.
Nana Lulu, and that's the cookies that you make, what we have here, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
I'm
calling.
eager to get into trying this. Um, your cookies, are you always been a cook or a baker?
Definitely not a cook, and I'm actually not a baker, except for cookies.
Okay.
I've made these cookies for almost 20 years. When I started the company, I did tweak it to make it my own because I was given the recipe from somebody years ago. And I tried to copyright my version of it, which it's very hard to do with a chocolate chip cookie. And when I started the company, it was only going to be chocolate chip cookies, but I started joining groups on social media and realized I needed to expand my menu.
A lot of different palettes out there for
Yes,
different tastes.
totally.
So you've been cooking or baking cookies for 20 plus years.
Yes,
And you've modified it several times your way.
yes.
And did you tell me before that you've entered it into contests? And tell me more about your chocolate chip.
Well, I actually entered one cookie into a contest. And what happens is when I can make any cookie, a drop cookie, which is just not a sugar cookie, I don't decorate. But if they want to mix a chocolate chip and a peanut, and I've had candy corn, very unusual
Oh, wow.
requests, I will do whatever you request. But I'm not trying them all because I don't want to make a batch of cookies. And if I try them all, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. So if somebody makes an order, I will fulfill the order with my base recipe, which I know is delicious, and ask for feedback. I had a request at a yoga studio for a lavender and white chocolate, and I was going, lavender is what you rub on yourself and you rub on lotion.
Smell good stuff.
You don't eat it. And they explained, yes, you do. So I did a lot of research, and I'm glad I did because I probably would have substituted the wrong ingredient for what I needed with the lavender and put too much.
Uh-huh.
So I do research it. I sent them back to the people who ordered them at the yoga studio, and they said they were phenomenal. So I started adding it. If you were to order a dozen chocolate chip cookies, and I have extra cookies in the freezer, I keep them in raw cookie balls. I will bake a cookie that is not in your order, and that usually generates another sale if I add it to your order.
That's right.
So I was doing that with the lavender and white chocolate and producing a lot, like crazy amount. Everybody wanted them. So I entered them in a contest, the Cookie Carnival in Munn Park, the first Friday of October. And I was talking to one of my daughters, and she said, "Well, what does it taste like?" And I said, "I haven't tried it." She goes, "I don't understand. How are you entering a cookie in a contest you've never tried?" I said, "Because even if I eat it, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. I can't be objective."
That's right.
So the day before the contest, when I was making the 1 inch cookies for the judges, I tried one. And to be honest, it was good. But I personally would have done chocolate mint. That's my favorite.
Everybody's
Red velvet,
different.
my favorite. But I'd already made, 200 1 inch cookies for judges. I entered it in the contest. We were giving it to everybody that walked by. I had so many votes, so I didn't win first place, but I emailed the woman and I said, "I know this is not like first, second, third, but can you at least tell me what number I came in so I know what to do for next year?" And she says, "Oh, I know who you are. You came in third." She barely had to look it up.
Just like that.
And I was so excited. And I'm going to have a surprise for this year coming up because it's one they said not to do. And I'm that confident in my cookie
Wow.
that I'm going to enter this one.
Is it only annually, like in October?
Yes,
or
it's
is
in
it?
October.
It's in October.
And it's bragging rights and a trophy.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, third place is I made it into bragging rights because I'm very proud.
That's absolutely, I would be as well. And you do have a favorite of your own that you make?
Anything with chocolate mint.
Chocolate
I
mint.
love chocolate mint.
And is that like the Andes?
I've done it with Andes, which I included in your
That's
sample
this one?
box. Yes.
I love it.
I will do it with a chocolate mint Oreo and I make it into a cookies and cream. I've done a chocolate mint espresso cookie with chocolate chunks. Those were delicious. Those are the only ones I'll sample.
Now, how about your chocolate? Is there a special thing to your chocolate, or is it just all in your recipe?
It's all in my recipe. I don't follow the rules. I don't mix certain things together that you're supposed to. I did it once when I read 10 things to do to your cookie to make it the best one. And my husband ate it. And he said, if you've been making this cookie for 20 years, why are you changing it? And I said, you're right.
If it's not broke, don't fix
If it's
it.
not broke. So I make it the way I've always made it. I mix it how I want to mix it. I do refrigerate the dough after I prepare it. And that, I believe, helps. It also gives me a break.
Sure.
I prepare everything in the morning. If I have a couple orders, let it sit in the fridge for a couple hours, get a couple things done, bake the cookies. And if I have extra, I keep them in raw cookie dough balls and I freeze them in airtight containers.
So they can be pulled out anytime.
Yes. Yes. And when I have a show coming up, which I don't do often, but I will do one at Cohatch on April 20th. And I'm going to be at Foodie Fest in Munn Park, first Friday in April, which is April 5th.
So that's just
Next
a week.
Friday.
Next Friday.
Yes.
So next Friday you'll be in Munn Park.
Yes.
At the first Friday that we have every month, right?
Yes.
So you can come if you guys catch this before then.
Right.
They'll come be able to try samples.
So normally when you order online, because it is time consuming, I do the same process. It is a 6 cookie minimum per flavor. If I have a show coming up or the show has passed and I did not sell out, I will order sample boxes and you can break it down less than 6 cookies. But a show itself, you can buy one of each cookie. You don't have to get a minimum amount at all. So it is the best time to make your own sample box.
Okay. So when they come here this week, they'll be able to try it for a couple bucks or whatever.
Yes. Yes.
That's fantastic. And may I ask what got you into cookies originally, or?
A friend was making a delicious cookie and she shared the recipe with me. And that was years ago. And I actually asked her if she wanted to go into business and she wasn't interested. I retired from the Tampa Fire Department after 25 years and enjoyed traveling for the first 3 years. COVID hit and I actually watched a documentary and the person's advice was take chances. And that's advice my uncle gave me years ago. You have to take chances. And I said, why not? Let me try, let me see. And I really love researching a process. I would love to be able to afford to hire marketing, hire everything.
Wouldn't we all?
Yes, but I always joke and I say my business partner's name is Siri. Because I have asked him my Siri's a male. I've asked him more questions and it's guided me to answer the process. How do you start a business? How do you market a business? I mean, I'm sure there's better out there, but he's free. So
yeah, YouTube.
Yes.
I type in stuff in YouTube all the time.
All the time.
How do you do that? And someone's already thought of it and already put a video together.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I've tried to repair my car and I don't know what the heck, where it's at, but YouTube it or something like that, research, and it pops up.
Right.
So you were a firefighter?
I was a firefighter. I was a captain.
In Tampa?
Yes, I was.
So that
Tampa.
25 years you
Yes.
were a fire department.
I was on the fire truck and on the street for 18 years. And my last 7 years, I took a position in administration as the personnel captain. I have rheumatoid arthritis and it can slow me down. But even when I'm exhausted or tired or something's bothering me, when I get a pop-up on my phone for a cookie order, my husband laughs because he gets up at 5 to work out and I'll be in the kitchen baking. And he's like, I thought you were miserable last night. I got an order. I'm so excited.
I know that feeling.
It's been healthy for me. It's positive. I meet great people. I've joined a networking group, which is how I found you. And I just love it. I love the process.
And you're willing to take the chances you talked about.
Exactly.
Why not take a chance? You
I'm
never know.
retired. I'm technically retired, but I started a new company and I'm so proud to say that.
Absolutely.
It's really cool.
Same way with me. I'm retired and we were sitting on the couch during COVID and I said, what are we going to do now? And we said, let's make it directory of Lakeland. That's exactly how we started.
Yes.
And so you're originally from here, from Tampa?
I grew up in Miami.
Okay.
I moved to Tampa to go to USF. And that's when I got the itch to be a firefighter and told my father, and he said, please graduate first. So I got my 2-year degree. And I eventually graduated 20 years later. When I was 42, I graduated from the University of Florida online with a fire and emergency management degree.
You know, that's funny because I think I was 42 or 43 when I graduated.
we're never too late, you know.
That's right. I went to my senior year, and then I went to Ybor City, and I met my wife, and I quit college my senior year and went into maintenance or whatever. And then in '08 and '09, when I got laid off, I said, I only got a year of college, man. Let me do this.
Right.
And the VA picked up the tab and everything.
Right.
And they even had a campus of USF here in Lakeland. It's called Polytechnic.
Yes.
I graduated from that. One of the very few that got to graduate from USF at Polytechnic.
Right. I took classes at University of Miami. I've taken classes here and there, you know, my whole adult life. I was surprised I couldn't get a degree. I think I had 300 credits.
Wow.
I just used to get bored and
you
sign
only
up for
need
something.
money, yeah.
Yeah.
So there is no tracing it back to mom and dad. Just a recipe popped up.
No, but they are two of my best sample people. I make a guava and cream cheese cookie. I don't like guava. I am Cuban. I am from Miami. I worked on the fire department in Tampa, which is predominantly Cuban. I don't love guava. So I got so many requests. I did samples to my guava people, and my mother was like, "Oh, this is the best ever."
Oh, wow.
So they're taste testers. I always find somebody who likes something. I gave a mint cookie to somebody, and she didn't realize what it was and took a bite. She goes, "Is this mint?"
You have to have the palate.
She finished the whole cookie and said it was awesome, but she doesn't like mint. So she loved the cookie, but like my problem, she couldn't compare it to other ones because it was the first one she ever had. And I have 8 grandkids.
Okay.
They will work for food.
Probably no shortage of demand at home.
No, they will try any cookie. They know they're always in a video. When I spend time with them, I always reward them with a cookie. The only request I've had to turn down, which I probably don't have to, I can do that with one cookie, is one has asked for a Skittles cookie. But I don't think I would be able to resell that to the public, so I might just have to put Skittles on top of a cookie.
Well, what about the M&M? What's the difference between an M&M and a Skittle?
Have you had a Skittle?
Yeah, I'm talking about legally.
Oh, legal. There's no illegal problem. I legally can sell it to the public, but I think it sounds gross.
Well, how can you be so hypocrite? Over here, you want to do this, now you don't want to do that.
I'm gonna have to.
I'm going to call you on it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call you on it. Because I know I'm loved just as much as you know you're loved. I got the confidence to call you on it.
Oh gosh.
Can I try this?
Of course, absolutely.
Which one is this one?
That one is an oatmeal scotchy. It's my version of an oatmeal scotchy. And so what I did was I researched oatmeal scotchy and I made it my own. So if there's a special ingredient like oatmeal, like I do a snickerdoodle. I didn't know what cream of tartar was, but everybody was asking me for them. I sent my husband to the store. He didn't know what it was. The lady he asked was surprised he didn't know. I thought it was a cream. So I made my cookie base, added the cream of tartar, and then roll it in cinnamon and sugar. But the rest of the cookie base is the same. And I don't put, chocolate chips.
What is this flavor?
Oatmeal scotchy. So there's butterscotch and oatmeal.
You sure there's not something else? Because that's addictive. It is really addictive.
Sugar's addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legally, I can't put anything else in the cookie, and I get that asked all the time.
And it's very good. So, is there anything you can or can't do, like gluten or anything?
So I can do gluten-free, and because I'm not celiac, or I should be sensitive to gluten from autoimmune, it's great not to do gluten, but I don't have the discipline yet. I sent it to a couple friends who are either gluten sensitive or celiac. And I tell them it's from my kitchen, which is not a gluten-free kitchen, but I sterilize everything. I only bake gluten-free that day. And nothing gets baked again until they're sealed. And the first response I got was a friend's daughter who's had so many challenges with her autoimmune issues. She said it was the best gluten-free cookie she'd ever had. So I took a bite of one and I thought it was good, but I've never had another gluten-free cookie to know. I can do vegan. I was told it was delicious and I did take a bite and it was very good. I will not do sugar-free cookies. I don't eat a lot of sugar because of the addiction and my rheumatoid, and I can't stop.
It causes inflammation.
It causes inflammation. But yeah, I've woken up in the morning and said, I think I'm hungover. And my husband says, you didn't drink anything. You had a bag of jelly beans. And I just feel that bad. And when I did try a batch with the sugar. I had a request, but it just had nothing to do with my flavor and my texture of cookie. So I do know people that make less sugar cookies that I buy from. And I
Do you ever buy the competition and compare or anything like that?
Well, I would like to not really think of it as competition, but when I started and I was on Facebook and I saw how many people were asking the same question, how do you package your cookies? How do you ship your cookies? What do you use? I ordered. I ordered from another cottage food baker in Tampa, and she sent me sugar cookies, which I don't bake, but I saw how she packaged them. I saw how she labeled them, and they were good. And when somebody asks me for a sugar cookie, if they're in Tampa, I send them west. If they're east, I send them to another company of women that have supported me.
That's fantastic. That's the way I think.
It's like my thank you for helping me. I love researching it though. I love Google. I love comparing. I love spreadsheets. I try to figure the most cost efficient. I get my ingredients from 4 different places just to keep the cost down because it's not cheap. I'm not Walmart. I'm not Publix. I'm not Mrs. Fields. I'm not going to bake in that much
This
bulk.
is quality.
Thank you.
Quality.
Thank you.
As opposed to those commercial.
So, what did your daughter think of my chocolate chip cookie that she had last night?
Well, thank you, by the way. You gave us the chocolate chip. Was it the mint?
Mm-hmm.
Macadamia and peanut butter? They were all delicious. But yes, my daughter, I'll have to take a videotape of her trying it. She's absolutely the best one she ever had. And she's not a big chocolate person. I'm the chocolate person.
Right.
And she was thoroughly impressed. She liked it. She could bring me another one.
I
So I'm gonna save one for her.
I always want to wear a GoPro at the shows when somebody like a little girl or an older man
Good
tries
idea.
the cookies and they have a great response. Because if one person compliments me, I get so excited if one person comes up and says, Nana Lulu, you're back at a show. And I'm like, oh, I've got followers. And I will tell you, since she likes chocolate chip, so this is a standard 2-ounce cookie.
Okay.
But because it's mint and the ingredients in it, I don't know. I'm not, I don't know the technical part. This is also 2 ounces. I weigh the cookies. So they come out differently. This is a 3-ounce cookie. I just had a special order for jumbo cookies. And now that I know she liked it, I would like her to try that one to compare the texture and the taste of the 2-ounce to the 3-ounce.
Okay.
I also do 1-ounce cookies. I can do whatever you request. I have a diabetic client and she asks for 1-ounce craisin and cream cheese cookies. And she freezes them. They freeze amazing. My kids, my husband will only eat them right out of the freezer. And when I tell people that, which I have a review on my Instagram, she walked away. She actually lent me something at the house and I said, try this cookie. And I gave it to her out of the freezer. She said, I'll wait for it to thaw. I said, no, take a bite now. And she looked at me, she goes, okay. And she thought it was the most amazing thing she'd ever eaten. And I don't understand why. So
You're on to it. There's been going 20 some years, you're doing something right.
yes. In the first 20 years before I sold them, I would eat a chocolate chip cookie out of the oven, and then I would eat one out of the freezer. Every batch, but I was only baking a couple batches a month, like for birthdays, family functions and parties. I had them at my wedding, and I had to make 3 batches, and they were gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I caught my nephew putting them in his pockets. I used to have to hide them in the freezer. I would put them in a cereal box if I had them for not an order because I wasn't selling them at the time, but I would have to hide them in a box or somebody would come over and eat them.
Of course. That'll never go away.
No, and now it's a strict, they know they have to ask permission.
Oh.
And I keep them raw in the freezer so they don't just walk in and eat cookies from an order.
Oh, so you can eat it right out after it's been cooked and baked,
Yes.
right out of the fridge as well. Or you can have it out of the freezer and then stick it in the oven yourself.
Now, no, I can't sell a raw cookie.
Oh, okay.
No, when I say put it in the freezer, so if I sell you a dozen cookies and they're for you only, you can put them in an airtight container in the freezer. They're all baked and you could eat them over the course. I put on there 3 months and that is legally what I tell you. before I sold them? Did my kids take them out of the freezer and then me look and say, where did that come from? Because I hadn't baked in a long time. They never knew the difference. They were like, you make the best cookies,
That's
and
fantastic.
but I don't do that now. I haven't had a need to. I can't keep them in the house.
Well, Nana LuLu's. And what's your website address?
NanaLulu'sCookie.com.
NanaLulus cookies.com.
Yes.
And you have a
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, which I'm trying to learn TikTok. Trying to learn Facebook and Instagram, but I think I'm getting a lot better. My networking group has been very helpful. I have my phone number listed. You can text me an order. You can email me. I respond to everybody.
and you can order all of this from the website?
Yes, you can. Well, it'll direct you to an email.
Okay.
The website will direct you to an email. I kept it simple for now.
Awesome.
My website was donated, so I keep it simple. So my webmaster, who's amazing, doesn't have to work too hard.
Thank you. Absolutely. Well, it's absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
And I'm going to swing by and see you on Friday, probably
Yay.
every first Friday.
Awesome.
Thank you, Luana, so very much for your time.
This was fun. Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome. And thank you, Co-House, for letting me use this beautiful room. They take
This
care
place
of me.
is great. I'm excited to do April 20th.
April 20th.
April 20th,
That's the
8 to 2.
that's the Saturday market?
Yes, Saturday market.
Okay.
And they provide so much stuff for us here. I don't have to take a table, a chair, a tent. And for cookies in the summer, that's going to be really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've sold them when it was hot out, and I just tell them, look, they're hot out of the oven. And it works. But then I have to sell them all because once they sit in the sun, I can't refreeze them.
Well, I look forward to seeing you then as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.